So let's see what Nick says. He claims that it's bluebells or bluebonnets, I suppose, from Texas. This is his masculine flower. All right, first of all, even if this is a masculine flower tattoo, why is he getting it right above his cock? Like, I feel like this is a no-go zone for a male tattoo. Put it on your leg, put it on your arm, put it on your neck, put it on your forehead, put it on your back, incorporate it into the Gyarados over here, but not on the tummy. Not on this. Like, I saw this photo and I thought it was a woman's tattoo, like legitimately. I was like, that's a pretty hairy. Well, it wasn't even that hairy, but I was like, that was a very hairy woman's tattoo. Why are you showing me this? Oh my God, it's Rekieta. Because I saw this part of the tattoo. But he claims it's bluebells, Texas, and apple flowers from Arkansas, which I always thought was Arkansas, but I guess not. It's him and his wife. Oh, is that sweet? That's nice. I will be us, as he says on his other tattoo that he has, which looks like a child's scribblings on his shoulder, which is an acceptable place for a male tattoo. I'm not much of a tattoo enjoyer, honestly. I think I prefer no tattoos, but I have seen a couple that are kind of cool. Now, we have to remember that Nick never lies. He's the most true and honest man in the game. And also Dave with 2 pounds says, how long before the sex change? 1 year. Before the end of the year. Before the end of the year, he's going to be Nicola Rekieta. All right. What is the truth? Because we're truth seekers here. You know, we're noticers and we're truth seekers. So we have to find the truth. Let's see. Part 1. Does Nick really love his wife? Like, ask yourself, chat. Does anything in Nick's behavior indicate to you that he loves his wife? Like, if you're going to get a tattoo of someone, surely you would get a tattoo of someone you love. But I don't know. The facts don't seem the case. Let's consider the following. Okay, so yes, they do love each other because they were married for 20 years. Now, I'm not sure if wife swapping and abandoning one woman to the Delta Quadrant or the Deep Space Nine or whatever counts as marriage, where you go off with the hot new thing that you steal from a guy that's linking your source out of his wife or something. I don't know about that. But this is all the evidence I could find in my numerous research that I could find that they like each other, is that they are technically married for 20 years. Let's look at the no evidence. Let's see. He claims her body was destroyed, which is a very weird thing to claim about someone you love. Now, I don't believe this to be true, actually. But he claimed that after a woman has 5 kids, her body is destroyed beyond recognition. He was into wife swapping, which I think you can't really love your wife if you're into wife swapping. I feel like that's consummate wife-hating material. You hate your wife, but you're too afraid to admit it, so that's why you do the swapping. He refused, even when his life was destroyed. The cops took his kids. He was potentially facing years in jail for cocaine possession and having firearms. He didn't give up April. He tried to keep her around for as long as possible, and he denied it, but then he couldn't deny it any longer, and he had to shout to the world, no, I love April. Now that she's mysteriously disappeared, perhaps she has been Mama JF'd out in the woods. We don't know. Maybe she's part of the potato gang now, potato salad. But he claims that he still loves her. April, not his wife. He very rarely mentions his wife at all. It's a bit strange. He's been saying this in private DMs. He's been saying this live. He misses April. April, come back, baby. He's going to the Twin City to get hand jobs. He said this when he was still a little bit coherent. So all of this evidence, I would say that I can't come to the conclusion, but we don't know what's going on inside someone's head. But I want you to come to your own conclusion with this presentation. Part 2. And this is where, hold on. There we go. We've got to start the music. Okay. But I might have to turn it off. Does Nick love something more than his wife? Perhaps does. Perhaps he really loves anime. Let's consider the following. He says no. He says he hates that nerd shit. But is this the truth? Does he really hate anime? Well, let's see. He collects model toys. He owns Blu-rays of animes. He was a guest at 2 anime conventions as a headliner. He was stepped on by anime women. He flew 2,210 miles to talk anime with Jamaican men. Is this the behavior of a man that hates anime? Here's the pictorial evidence. Here's him getting stepped on in Anime Matsuri. Here's him owning a collection of an anime DVD, redo of The Healer. And this is a close-up of that same email. It's ecchi shit. It's tantamount to hentai. He's gooning. He's watching this. He needs to see the unset, uncovered, everything. He's a perfect, like, 5K resolution. He needs to see those pixels. He's peeping on the redo of the healer, the complete collection. Let's see. Let's analyze his claim. Bluebells and apple flowers. Bluebells and apple flowers. Let's have a look at a bluebell for a second. This is a bluebell, chat. You notice the way that the bluebell swoops around this corner? This doesn't look like his tattoo. That's a bit strange. Bluebells seem to always drip. They drip like a bell. It doesn't look like a bluebell to me. Apple flowers. Apple flowers have white petals. That doesn't make sense to me, chat. How could he have these white petals? And it's pink on the tattoo. It doesn't make sense. Maybe the tattoo artist doesn't know, but I don't know. I don't think so. What other flowers could these be? Well, as something of a flower enjoyer myself, and flowers are very prominent in the country that I live, Japan. In fact, we have 2 seasons of flowers in Japan, which means that I can recognize flowers from very far away, actually. My eyes are like peak performance for looking at flowers. So what are they, if they're not bluebells and apple flowers? First one is pretty obvious. Sakura. Of course, he loves anime. Of course, he would love Sakura, the Japanese flower, the anime flower. It makes perfect sense. But what could this blue flower be? Wisteria. Japan is very prominent and important with wisteria. And look at the way that this curves down. The same way that his tattoo turns down. This has to be wisteria. But wait a minute. Wisteria and Sakura? He likes anime. It's all starting to come together. Conclusions. We know that Nick loves anime. We don't know that he loves his wife. Nick and his wife? No. Nick and his waifu. Nezuko. Embodiment of the Sakura, the pink kimono, the flowers in the background. He's got a waifu. It's Nezuko. But wait a minute. What is the bluebell, the wisteria? Wait a minute, wisteria is a prominent feature in the anime, Kimetsu no Yaiba, Demon Slayer. And Nick has been anime maxing, and his waifu is now Nezuko. We got him, chat. That's it. He's an anime enjoyer, he's a gooner, and his tattoo is anime. Why else would he have a Gyarados on his arm? It makes perfect sense. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed my PP presentation.